So about 12 years ago, our family lived in Austin, Texas. We had two young boys that were just a couple years old each, and I found myself in the world of photography. I was doing a lot of different types of photography. I started with weddings, and later I moved into more commercial photography work. So we're talking things like editorial and magazine work, and then work for individual companies and some individual people, like sort of brand photography. It was a lot of fun, but it was very busy. In fact, it was such a busy time that between the years of 2007 and 2020, I did around 600 different photo shoots and retouching jobs and things like that. However, we did find time for travel as a family, and one of the trips we went to was Walt Disney World in 2007. And that's where I took this photo, which is a photo of the castle and a little bit of a embankment in the front of it. And at the time I took it, I thought, man, it'd be really cool if there was a way to have sort of Mickey just kind of hanging out on that little grass area in front of the castle. More on that picture in a bit. And so our kids were young, and we would travel, and we would see, our relatives around the country. And I remember visiting with them and seeing that they were really into Disney art, and not just like, a Disney print or something you might get at the mall or something like that. They were into the original paintings that artists would do for Disney, and they would collect those. And to me, that was really interesting because having a photography background, there was never really the idea of the original painting. You could make prints and sell those, but there was never just one that kind of stood above of the rest that was the original. So in their house, I would see original paintings by artists like Shag and McBiff and Noah Elias and a bunch of others. All of these very unique takes on the world of Disney, and it just really kind of caught my eye. So I went back home and I started doing my own acrylic painting work, and that was a very long, drawn-out process because I had to figure out what kind of style, what look I wanted to do, and then what did I need to do to get that particular look. And it turns out the style I liked with very clean, sharp lines and curves and big kind of solid areas of color is not as easy as you think it would be compared to some other people's painting work. So it took a while, a couple years actually, for me to kind of nail down how I wanted to produce these types of images. So after years of basically solving problems, trying to figure out what I want to paint, how I need to go about painting it, I finally found myself in the fall of 2023 as a licensed artist with Disney Fine Art at one of their fine art events here in Orlando. I was very excited and proud to have an opportunity to be at that show, and I also kind of knew that it was really just the beginning. I still had a lot of work to do to kind of, explore this whole new area of creativity for me in creating Disney art and kind of seeing where that might take me. So today I'm very excited to announce that if you go to DisneyFineArt.com, you will find 4 of my images available for purchase as limited edition canvases. The canvases will be available in 2 versions. The first is a limited edition run, which will run for 1,500 canvases. And then the second option is a signed and numbered edition, which will run for a total of 95 canvases. Now remember that photo I mentioned from 12 years ago earlier? It made its way into this artwork. In fact, it was the basis for my painting called Castle View for Two, where you see Mickey and Minnie enjoying a picnic on that same little hillside in front of the castle. So thank you all for watching this today and being a part of this journey for me. It's been, like I said, a 12-year journey to get to this point. I'm very excited about what I've been able to accomplish so far, and I'm even more excited about the future. I've got some amazing painting ideas for this year that I've already started working on, and I can't wait to get started on those. So like I mentioned, if you want to see the artwork that was just released, head on over to DisneyFineArt.com, and you can see all of my paintings at ericdoggett.com. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.